Hello again, YouTube, and welcome to another video. Today I just want to do a quick video update on our garden. It's been raining a lot here lately, and we've been trying to do a lot of weeding because when it rains, the weeds just pop right on up out here. It's such good soil, everything grows really fast. Let's see, first we have our strawberries. They are blooming awesome. Big leaves, big happy leaves, nice strawberries. We're getting at least a basket and a half a day out of just a small little area. You can see our red leaf lettuce has been separated from the radishes. They finally went dried up for the seeding, and my wife pulled all those out. So we're going to finish up the red leaf lettuce in here, and then we're going to be using this for additional strawberries when we thin this out at the end of the season and move them over to this section. Over here we have tomatillos that we got from my brother Pirate. They started off as little tiny plants like this one here, and we've got it to grow and mature to this point on a couple of them here. And this one over here is actually flowering, which means we're going to hopefully get some tomatillos on there, if that's what it is. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Over here we've got our artichoke plants, and of course all of our potatoes. Purple potatoes. Purple potatoes, they get all big and viney. We let them grow like this for a little while, but then what we're going to do is we come by and we actually cut the runners so that the energy goes down into the ground to the potatoes instead of the energy going towards all of the lines going out. Of course, it needs some leaves and stuff up here, so we let it stay, but we're going to keep it confined to the area that they're in here, and that actually does help. What else we've got going on? We got our onions here, progressing really nice. More regular potatoes down this line here are growing pretty good. We lost several due to the what is now known as the tawny mole crickets. We've got our squashes here, and as you can see in there, we actually have some squash growing right there. And on this one here we've got green squash growing. More potatoes, squash. So we're actually getting some fruits for our labors, which is awesome. More squashes growing down there. Our leeks that we separated are doing okay right now. They're standing back up again, even though all the rain. Beets. My wife planted beets and wasn't sure if they were going to grow, and they are actually growing. They're popping up really nice right here. Some of them getting really big. Over here we have one of her mini melons that she likes growing them right next to the fence so that it'll grab the fence and run along the fence. That's a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing is that they'll grow and they'll actually put pumpkins or whatever melons it is along the brick. Bad thing is it intertwines into the fence, and once it dies out, it's hard to rip those things out of there without tearing up the fence. More leeks. Those are little sensors, as you can hear them going off probably as I'm walking. Onions. Plenty of onions for the salsa. Our peppers. These are our pepper row here is going to be red and yellow bell peppers on this row here. As you can see by these lines going through here, we still have the mole cricket issue. Even though it's right next to this thing here that vibrates the ground, they're still growing through there. We're still trying to find some ways to get rid of them. We heard that if you find the holes where they're going to at night, during the day they go deeper into the ground, you can actually pour like soapy water on them. It'll draw them up out of the ground, and then you can kill them if the soapy water itself doesn't kill them. But got a lot of pepper plants here. A little concerned. Some leaning. And I do hate that when they lean, because that means that the bases of them might have gotten eaten off by these stupid mole crickets. Sorry about the camera shaking around. This row here is supposed to be cucumbers. These are the cucumbers we grow for pickling. And tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. These are cherry tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. And then of course we got our romos. The romos are growing nicely. We actually have some tomatoes growing on almost all of our romo plants here. So we're looking good for getting some salsa happening there. Over here we've got our hot peppers. So we've got our these are the smaller plants. You can see there's some flowering in there on these. These are the ghost pepper plants. This one and this one. Then we have all of these here, which are also flowering and budding and producing nicely here. And I'm trying to see if we can get a picture of some fruit on here. And as you can see here, we do have some actual hot peppers. These ones are not ready till they turn red. These particular ones are the dragon cayenne peppers. These 6 or 7 plants here. Then over here we have some Anaheims. This back one here and this back one here are going to be poblanos. These ones here. Yep. Trying to see my little marker plant here. Yes, this is the Anaheim. These are the Anaheims here. And as you can see, I have an Anaheim. It's not quite ready to make a chili relleno out of, but we're hoping to get a few more of them. We'll see about that. Over here, more bell peppers. These are going to be, or this will be the row of the yellows. Like I said, I have the red, the yellow. Then this row starts off with the continuation of the yellow, and then it goes into the green ones starting here going back. And then the very back is another actual pepper. These here are beans. This is an Asian bean, and it's going to grow up, and if they, like I said, if these stupid crickets, if we can get rid of them, they'll stop eating the plants, would be better. But this is one of the holes. Hopefully you can see it on there. The hole right here. That's where these little mole crickets go at night. And so I have to come out here and I have to dump soapy water in that hole, have the male cricket come out of the hole, and dispatch him with extreme prejudice. The rest, we just stomp down all the lines that we can, hopefully crushing some of them or crushing their paths so that they have to go somewhere else. But they are absolutely tearing up out here. As you can see, they get everywhere that they want to go. But they have, for right now, pretty much stopped tearing up too many of the plants. We haven't lost any other plants lately. We've got a few sinkholes from all the water damage. Want to make sure that there's not that they're not snake holes or mole holes, because that would even be worse. More melons here. Peppers, peppers, peppers. These ones over here are all jalapenos. We had to buy another box of them because we had lost so many from the crickets before. These ones seem to be doing alright right now. These front ones here, which have little itty bitty little flower things growing on them, are the little lunchbox orange ones. I don't know if you can see them on there, but they're producing. And then the rest of the line is the jalapenos, and they're doing good. Here we have a few more tomatoes and some other melons and things like that that my wife planted. So they're progressing really nicely. and we're pretty happy about that. We did finally have to pull out the raspberry bushes. They were not growing. My wife planted something else in the holes there. I believe she said watermelons. We have some other melons here in our wild side that are growing really nice, and hopefully going to produce something soon. This is our corn. Yes, our little corn soldiers growing along our fence line here, doing a good job. They're just about as tall as I am, and that's a good thing. We do have a little bit of leaf damage here. I'm hoping it's a bug, but then again I'm also hoping that it was a deer, but I don't see any deer footprints. So we'll have to wait and see if I can see any other damage, but that's the only damage I see is on these outer ones here. So I'll have to come back out and check again. Hopefully we're going to get some corn this year. First year we're trying this. Our grape bush growing right next to it there. It's looking pretty happy. One of our fig trees, fig bushes, whatever you want to call them. Blueberries, and then our spiky, dangerous fig tree, or date tree, I should say. Really dangerous. Big old huge spikes on that. If you haven't seen that video, you should watch that. Again, we got our peach tree out here. Our other melons, fig. Everything's producing and growing as it should. We got to continue the weeding out here as soon as the rain stops for good, so we can actually mow the grass and stuff again. That'll be great. Got to dig all the weeds along the fence line out constantly. With all the water we get here, and we have such good soil, it just tears it up with all the plant growth that we get. So hopefully we can get to that again and get it all knocked down. But that's just a I have to probably stop saying quick updates when it takes me 10 to 12 minutes, because I'm just really proud about the growth that we're getting this year. I wish we didn't have the bugs crawling through here. Those crickets, we gotta find a way to permanently get rid of them. But other than that, we're really happy with the production that we have so far. Talk to you later.